Our Switch Heads, welcome back, Kanan here, and welcome to my first Switch Heads extra video. And basically this is just extra content that I'm going to try and squeeze in the week with different bits of information. It might be a film review, a different console review, or a, well, informative sales review if, like QubicGames, have dropped a massive sale. And obviously this is a sale that's going to be going on until I think the 24th of March, so well worth looking into and looking at. I'm just going to, give you a couple of decent ones to get you going, because they've got some really good games and some not so great games. So let's jump into it, shall we? And as usual, I'm going to keep this to US and UK, and Blazing Beaks is my first one, and at a whopping great 90% off, £134, whatever that is in euro, and $199.00. This is a great multiplayer top-down shooter, and it is so much fun. I have played this with family and friends, and yeah, it's got a Metacritic score of 80%. It's just such a fun little game that, has that type of roguelike element. 10 different funny characters. My favourite's the duck because, well, he's so cool. Local co-op, story mode, so much to do in this game and so much gameplay that you really, for that price, should be running out and grabbing it straight away. And then we have Dex, which is, well, a really, really good cyberpunk-ish, kind of reminds you of Blade Runner-ish type shooter, as you can see, platformer as well, with a really decent story that runs through it. It does fall flat on a few features. When I played it, I think the controls were a bit awkward and things like that. But to be honest with you, for £1.50, $2, hey, I mean, it's quite decent for that price, and I would highly recommend you go and buy it at that price. Next up, we have Mana Spark Complete Edition, and yeah, it's not one of those kind of roguelike-ish type things. $199, £1.50 UK, whatever equivalent that is in Europe. And yeah, I found this really, really interesting, really good, kind of retro-ish type style to it, and very, yeah, it was an interesting story, and this comes with all the added extras that they put in, I believe. And yeah, just a fun little roguelike game that for that price is definitely worth it again. Next up, we have Ioctane, a, well, arcade, as they describe it, brutal arena arcade slasher. And yeah, again, kind of like got that cyberpunky type feel to it. This one I played for so long. £1.50 or $199.00. This is such a fun game. This is practically all you get, and then you get a boss as well. But trust me, the hack and slash plus the actual weapon, guns and things like that, really gives it a unique edge. And, as you can see, and the extra like things that you can do, like slashing and running and, that sort of thing. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Great game. Well worth the price at that, easily. Next up, we have Wrecked Ioctane. Not a bad game. I wouldn't say that it's like the best game that I've ever played. £1.50, $199. Kind of a difficult one, this one. It was good to start with, but as you kind of like got into it, it got a little bit samey, and yeah, I stopped playing it after a while. I mean, for this price, I mean, yeah, what can I say? Just get it anyway. It's not really that pricey, is it? Along with local co-op as well, so yeah, you can play it 4 players. So yeah, it's worth it at this price. Full price, I'm not 100% sure about. Next up, we have Real Boxing 2. Now, I was going to get this one, but then I looked at the Metascore, which is 3.6. I'm not quite sure whether this is actually worth getting. Again, £1.50, $2, it might be worth just taking a risk. As to be honest with you, it's not really that much of an ask, is it? If it doesn't work out, that's what you probably got in your basket anyway, isn't it? And next up we have Zombie Blast Crew, which I have to admit wasn't a entirely crap game. It's very mobile-ish, but like £1.50, $2, yeah, it'll do. It really will. There's plenty to do. I did do a review on this. I think I gave it a 3, maybe a little bit more than that out of 5. It wasn't a bad game. I would recommend it at this price though. Let me know what you think down below. Okay, so welcome to Primrose Lake. Probably doesn't sound like the sort of thing I would be playing, and normally you'd be right, but this is actually quite good. It's, as you can see, one of those like time management type games that you have to, like, you know, serve people and make sure you get their actual orders right and everything, and sort of like pick everything up as you're going along. It's actually not a bad game, and it has a story running through it. And yeah, I kind of like found that fascinating, the fact that there's an actual fleshed out story that runs through the whole thing. And yeah, it's quite good fun. I actually purchased this game, and yeah, I don't regret it. So well, basically for $152, I think, yeah, I would recommend this definitely. Okay, so I can't go through this you know, sale without mentioning the Bit Games. There's Bit Runner, Bit, you know, Blaster, and all that lot. They're all on here, and I think they're all at a discount. So yeah, it might be worth just having a look through and just seeing what you actually think is up your street on these. And yeah, I've played the Bit Runner, did enjoy it. It's a fun little game, and for this price, $1.50, $2, yeah, definitely worth getting if you're into this sort of thing. I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people really do like the running games, as you can see here. And yeah, they are fun, so definitely worth it. I recommend it. And okay, that is pretty well it from me. As you can see, there are quite a few other games, quite a few that I actually own. Most of them are actually £1.50, $2, and there are some that aren't. So, you know, you're just gonna have to weigh up whether it's good or not. But I would say if they're not on sale, they probably will come on sale. So give it a little bit, and I'm sure they'll drop in price at some point if you're on the fence. But they do have a really good library of games, and it really is worth just picking some of these up now whilst they're really cheap. So why not do me a favor, hit that like button, and also subscribe for more content in the future. And thank you for joining me for this first Switch Heads extra video. And join us in our Discord as well, because life is better when we switch together.